Good evening, wherever you are. My name is Dr. Edwin Mwanga. I'm based in Mombasa, Ambalal house. I want to introduce you to this 2 months of corporate social responsibility from BEMEHU. BEMEHU stands for Better Mental Health Unit. Some of you may be knowing BEMEHU as a herbal drink. Yes, but it's emanating from a mental health perspective. BEMEHU indeed is a herbal infusion which is made specifically as an adjunct to your health, your total health. When we talk about mental health, you are talking not only about the mental health, but you're talking about health in general. It's only that we emphasize on health, on mental health, but basically there is no health without mental health. And there's no mental health without health. They go together. And therefore this month, BEMEHU will be giving the community an opportunity to access mental health services from my clinic at the Ambalal house at a very discounted rate of 50%. And this is basically targeting especially the self-paying, the youth, church groups, groups in the villages, for example, football groups, women groups, and people who need mental health services, but it may be too expensive for them to access. It's clear that from statistics that up to 10% of people, everybody in the world, is suffering from one form of mental health or another. And one may not know that they have a mental health issue, but on further deliberation or incisive questioning, one will find that their mental health status is the one which is contributing to their physical ill health. The youth in this particular time, especially, we talk about the Gen Zs, we talk about even the alphas, and to some extent also the millennials. These are people who indulge in various practices, initially as a pressure group, innocently, but eventually they find that they are hooked on certain activities, for example, alcohol and drugs of addiction. When you're in a youth group, then you find yourself you must partake to be in conformity with the rest of the group, but we are trying to tell the youth that it is okay to say no. Now, it becomes even more difficult when you're talking about things like mogoka and cat, because mogoka and cat, they are kind of sanctioned by the government itself. They are sanctioned and even facilitated because they are huge economic products or plants. So it's very difficult to tell a youth that mogoka can contribute to ill health, yet the government is sanctioning it. You know that recently we had problems when the coastal governors in Kenya joined together in fight against use of mogoka. You know, mogoka itself is a product or herbal product which is easily available and it is cheap. But unfortunately, we have found that the ingredients of mogoka, that is cathin and canthinol, in mogoka they are stronger. They are more powerful than even in a cat or miraa. But how do you convince anybody like that? So you find that youth and even adults get involved, and sometimes they have short-term, long-term, or mid-term complications We have seen people coming with psychotic disorders, especially paranoid type, on consumption of muvuka. Not only that, it takes a lot of your time, and if you're a student, you may not have time to study well, so your performance may fall. Relationships also may break down because you are more preoccupied with the chewing and the stimulation that you get from taking that. I'm mentioning this just to tell you that there are many challenges in the community, the youth, and we want to take this opportunity to welcome you to come. We'll receive you, we'll talk to you, assist you where it's possible, so that you may now, go for real health, total health, healthy living. Now, healthy living, apart from drugs and alcohol, we are also talking about the food, the kind of food you take, the highly polished food, refined food, which is dangerous to our health, things like bacon, sausages, things like chapatis. I know you like chapatis, but they may be detrimental to you, especially the wheat and wheat products, including cakes and so on. So you may want to look at your health in terms of your food, in terms of what you eat. Basically, what we teach people is to go back to the basics, where we started. Some of us, okay, the younger generation have started on the fast foods, but we started on the traditional foods, which were good, which had a high roughage, which means roughage is rough. It means that the food does not stay in your internal system, GAT system, for long. There is quick passage of stool, and therefore making you healthy, unlike taking the highly refined foods like pizzas and chips and so on, which stagnate your food in the GIT system, and that can contribute to other complications later on in your life, including gastritis, other things like even other areas, especially in Europe. You have seen that there's more incidence of colonic ulcers, cancers and so on, because of the type of diet that one is taking. So fortunately, we have very nice foods in Africa. We have munavu, chichas, cabbages, all those kinds of food, fruits, all types of fruits. And now, of course, a lot of water. You need to take a lot of water. So your food also can contribute to your ill health. The other thing is physical fitness. I am 72 years now, but I'm now forced to go to the road, to run, to not necessarily run, but you can even walking in the morning, lifting whatever, and doing some exercise, so that your mental health status may remain sharp. So we encourage especially the millennials, and to go down there and start exercising all over, because they have forgotten they are living the fast life, where most of the time they are sitting. You are sitting at home watching television, you drive your car sitting, you reach your office, you sit in the evening, you go back to your home, you sit, and then you go and sleep. So human beings were not made to sit, they were made to walk. That's why they were given 2 legs, so that they can walk. These other things that we are doing, like driving and so on, these are additional, and they are actually detrimental to our health. Now we want to discuss all those things when you come to us, when you visit us. We shall discuss and maybe guide you where it's possible. If you realign your life, you may find that you may actually not need a lot of medications, but more a change in lifestyle and so on. These are important areas. Schools, we see children doing very badly in school, but we don't know, sometimes they have emotional disorders. We have to look into that. So when a teacher finds that a student is not doing well, suddenly is failing, it's good to assess or to get mental health services. Maybe they have an emotional disorder. Children tend to get emotional disorders, especially when there are complications at home, relationship problems at home, financial problems at home. It may trickle down to the child, and the child becomes kind of depressed and loses concentration. Others develop severe conduct disorders, school truancy, and in the process also get involved in drugs and alcohol abuse. So we are talking about the total health, mental health. Now coming to the product BEMEHU. BEMEHU is a mixture of herbs that we recommend. It can be used as a drink, as an infusion. You can cook with it. You can boil your food. Especially meat is it's a tenderizer, and basically it has ingredients that are useful and helpful to you, including such things like moringa. It's mixed with moringa, ginger, cinnamon, turmeric, black pepper. These ones, when they are combined, they are potent medicinal foods, what we can call power foods. Okay, you can drink in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or you can cook with it. They're also good in losing weight, giving you also concentration. They also help balance your metabolism. So I'm here to announce to you this 2 months of corporate social responsibility, where BEMEHU, Better Mental Health Unit in Ambalal House, 1st floor, will be providing you with mental health care at a discounted rate. Discounted rate because of the challenges that we are having. Youth especially may not be able to access quality mental health because of prohibitive prices. So there you are. Maybe you may need to have some talks about mental health to your groups, to your organizations, that we can also offer. My numbers are 0724 552764 or 0733 806 331, or the office line is 0735 289 666. You may watch us also on TikTok, Edwin Winger, or YouTube, Winger Chokwe HFC. All right, cheers.